I looked in the mirror at Jaquan. He looked up at me and smiled as he gently stroked my nipples. I moaned. I admired the look on my face as I moaned, and Jaquan did too. He could tell he was pleasing me, and his hands traveled south. He continued to place kisses on my neck as he watched my reaction in the mirror. He was definitely hitting my spot. He bit down gently. I moaned as he looked at me with the most intense passion. I heard the sound of the gunshot, and my juices were off to the races. Jaquan rotated from my breast to my thighs and then to my ass. He smacked it gently and looked down in admiration. "Damn, you got a fat ass," he said, as he gently rubbed her and positioned himself behind me. I wiggled my ass for him a little. He chuckled and smacked her, then gently massaged. I rubbed myself against him. I could feel the stiffness of his manhood. Jaquan was ready, and Boo Boo Kitty couldn't take no for an answer. As a matter of fact, Boo Boo Kitty could take him whenever, wherever. Jaquan unzipped his zipper and released his Johnson. I looked around to look at him. His penis was so amazing, like a sweet, dark chocolate Hershey bar that I wanted to devour. I grabbed him and gently massaged. He moaned his pleasure. I stroked him slowly as I watched his manhood extend more and more. His Johnson began to pulsate in my hands as I stroked. I looked at him. He moaned and said, "Damn." He slid my thong to the side, and I looked at his chocolate and rubbed him into Boo Boo Kitty and took it and rubbed it into her wetness. We both listened to the sounds of our pleasure, of our wetness. I took the top of his shaft and rubbed him into my clit. She began to flicker. The sounds of wetness made a beautiful symphony that felt like pure heaven. Jaquan reached out for my twins. He placed them in his mouth and sucked gently. I gasped. I stroked his Johnson and rubbed him in tandem as he sucked my nipples. He took them in and out of his mouth. As he sucked, my body tingled from pleasure of his mouth and his manhood at the same time. And as I stroked and he sucked, Boo Boo Kitty gave her release. Jaquan turned me to face the dresser. I looked at him from the mirror and smiled. I wanted him to enter me. Needed him in that moment. He did not disappoint as I arched